Speaking of up and coming YouTubers, want to give a big shout out to someone with her old hellcat. All right. But let me just let you guys know, let you guys hear it from her. She has an excellent channel, The Security Boss. Now she already has one, but now she's starting a new one, The Security Boss Unsolicited. Let's just take a quick listen to her, another killer content creator.
Unsolicited. That's my new channel. That's right. Unsolicited is the place where you go find the things that you didn't ask for, but Security Boss will have the answer. This is to all my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, The Making the Cut. But I got something for you over on Unsolicited. That's going to be the channel where you find, let me just say this. Over on Uncut, I'm always politically correct. On Unsolicited, you get more of Security Boss. You'll see the fast cars, the conversations, the interviews, and who knows what else. I want you to tune in there also. So go over there and subscribe. It's there now. It's Security Boss Unsolicited. Go subscribe to my new channel. And thank you guys for rocking with me, viewing my videos, sharing my videos, thumbs up, and all the comments that you have. Thank you.
And do you know about Omi and the Hellcat? Have you heard about him before?
I do. I know Omi. I knew Omi before Hellcat. I knew Omi Reloaded. I knew Omi when we were looking for a streaming service, and he came up right under DirecTV.
Really?
Yes.
So you've known about him for a while.
I knew about him before YouTube.
Wow. So what year do you think you first kind of ran into him?
I want to say maybe 15, 16, early. It's been a while because we really knew about him through streaming and not YouTube. We was actually very surprised to see him on YouTube showing all these things because it was like, I can't believe he's doing that. What is he really showing all these things? And
really,
yeah,
so you knew him based on the. Did you ever use any of his streaming services?
Well, we're not going to discuss that. But allegedly, you got over 300 channels for $35 on multiple TVs, and it didn't skip a beat.
Wow. So was this for commercial use or residential use or both? It didn't matter?
I don't know about, I know only residential. So I don't know about the commercial side. I know only residential, but we actually tuned in when he actually lived in Florida. I think he started out in Florida.
Really?
And then went to Philadelphia. Yeah, it was surprised to see him on YouTube actually living that life.
How did you hear about him though? Because I suppose if you're running a business like this, he wasn't necessarily advertising on TV. Or was it word of mouth, or how did you find out about him?
You didn't hear about him. You Googled streaming, and he showed up right with DirecTV.
Oh, on the internet?
Yes.
Wow. So he was just on Google, like, buy it.
That's it. Reloaded.
Wow.
So that's probably why he didn't feel like he was doing anything wrong, because he never hid it. It was very out there. There was no secret about it. You go, I hear you can go on this, put your credit card in, and they would just debit the money per month. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. What does Menace be your money say? Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, yes.
That is amazing. Amazing.
It had nothing to do with YouTube. So we were really surprised to see him on YouTube. And then he became Omi and the Hellcat. And then I was like, oh, wow. But I've always followed him. I love his Reloaded clothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a surprise. And
so he has clothing too?
He has a very serious clothing line and shoes now. And this has been since the first raid.
Wow. So, we got Suzette Speaks in the house, says yes, allegedly. Shout out to co-counsel.
Yeah.
Amazing. So were you subscribed to him on the YouTube? On the YouTube.
On the YouTube, yes.
Yeah. Did you like his content?
You know what? I like cars, so I would say yes. But you just really kind of followed his life, and he just was a nice guy.
Yes, he seems super nice, right?
But you're saying things today that I have never ever heard of. Far as the fraud, I never would have thought that actually with the streaming, I kind of understood him a bit
Mhm.
because he did not hide it as far as I knew. It wasn't something that was being hidden. But with the fraudulent, when you sign your name to a credit card statement or a credit card application and you lie on it, it's a fraud. So that's different.
Yeah.
So I'm beginning, he's got to pay for that. You can't just make millions and walk away. But I always question, why did you made so much money? Why wouldn't you just pay taxes? Just give them something. Even if
Yeah.
even if your accountant didn't say give it to them, just give them something. I mean, that's something you learn. Just give them 30%. What could be wrong with that?
Yeah, especially if you're doing something illegal. Now, I think it is a thing to try to pay the government the exact amount. You really don't really want to overpay them too much. But on the other hand, if you're illegal, just say, hey, here's a little bit more. Here's a little bit more. So, you don't think I'm being too aggressive. I totally understand your point about being conservative in your tax strategy when you were doing illegal things anyway.